You've boycotted Pornhub, so Pornhub is off now. Where is your place for like a fap?
Like, I've got no issue with bum play whatsoever. Like, I'm all for it.
My brother had nuts in FHM magazines.
Yeah.
And he'd hide them at the top of his wardrobe. I've never told him this before. So I'd always get like a little chair or stool, stand up, grab them, take them out, have my fun, put them back.
If the tall bald man answers the door and tries to send it away, he's highly autistic. You must speak to his mum before doing anything.
Hello and welcome back to the Antisocial podcast, brought to you by Adrian Flux. Today we are joined by Callums Corner.
Hey,
How are you doing today, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm very good.
Come all the way from, we don't want to say where from, but an hour and a half away. Like, travelled quite a distance to come here, so we really do appreciate you coming today.
That's right. We can say the Isle of Wight. That's not too specific.
Okay. Not going to track them down.
Not too far.
If you know where to find him, he'll be on the beach shadow boxing. So
I've got a very specific set of skills, guys. I've got to track them down. How are you doing today, though? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Really good.
This is the first time who's met before? I haven't met.
We've met good 2-3 times.
Yeah, I think so.
I couldn't get into VidCon because I wasn't relevant enough, so I tried to use his pass and I tried to go up to the people because you know what VidCon
Did it work?
They're really strict. I'll get to that, Charlie.
Okay, cheers.
Let me loop myself in.
Fantastic.
So I went up to the desk and I was like, all right, I'm Callum's Corner. You gave me your pass. And then I was like, yeah, this is my pass. And they went, can I see your ID? And I went, well, you see, it's a stage name. So then I got out like Lewis fucking, and then they got up a photo of him, obviously. And I was like, yeah, I'm his cameraman, but it didn't work and they sent me away.
So not happening?
They politely told me to fuck off.
Oh, really?
So,
Well,
yeah.
have you two met before?
We haven't. It was just downstairs when I said strange things.
You literally came down the stairs and said something about sucking dick or something.
No, it wasn't quite like I think I said something about a bum, but I don't. Anyway, first impressions all right? Yeah, I'm not a freak.
Yeah.
Best
Sorry
mates.
about that.
Yeah, basically, to kick it off, Callum, I just want to ask how, straight into it, where was the idea to make a channel come from?
I mean, I didn't really know what I was doing, and I made a Facebook page before I made a YouTube channel, so that's where I started on.
What year was this in?
Beginning of 2016, very beginning. It was like my New Year's resolution.
That's same as me.
Was it actually?
Yeah, yeah.
Become a YouTuber.
Yeah, I was bored. Like I got a bit older. Most of my mates had gone off and had kids and stuff, and I just thought do something different. Like put myself out there a bit, find some people to talk to.
Is that nerve-wracking?
It would be if I knew, kind of had the knowledge of what was going to happen. But at that point, I was just putting stuff on Facebook, and there was like one person watching or something. I made friends with every Callum Adams I could find on Facebook, and that's who watched my videos at first.
I used to do that. I used to get every single Lewis Bucking on Facebook, and I used to add them all into a group chat.
What is it with you and how you promoted your videos? There's always one sort of technique.
I wouldn't promote. This is before I did YouTube. This is like 2014, 2015.
This is your spare time.
Just
okay.
bored like 14-year-old me. I just thought it'd be really funny to add loads of Lewis Buckins in one group chat and just be like, hello,
There was
Lewis
a trend
Buckins.
about then people used to do that, wasn't it? Like people used to be like, oh, hello. But I never got any from Charlie Donnells. I think it's a bit of a basic name, isn't it?
Well,
but Callum Adams is kind of, it works.
With the Facebook thing, did that blow up for you before YouTube?
Yeah. So that was like the Tic Tac Head video. Obviously, was the one that everyone started watching. But that I didn't even upload that to YouTube for like a week. Like someone else uploaded it and got more views than me on there, and I had to get it, like put my own one on there and get that taken down. So it was literally all on Facebook at the start.
Really?
Yeah.
Why Facebook?
I didn't really know about YouTube, to be honest with you. Like I used it a few times just to watch the odd song and that. But
What year did you say that this was in, the Facebook stuff?
2016, the very beginning of it.
People were still kind of using Facebook around my age.
Yeah.
2016.
I think people still use it now, to be fair.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
still
I
quite-
think I stopped using Facebook for those kind of things probably about a couple of years ago, I'd say.
There's loads of people in your age, like in the 30s and 40s, still using Facebook.
Yeah, when's this going to end? I don't know. But yeah, no, I get why you'd start on Facebook because I feel like as a platform, that's probably something that quite accessible to a wide demographic as opposed to YouTube. No,
Yeah, and also probably my age as well. Like that's
Yeah.
it's aimed at like middle-aged blokes and stuff, isn't
No,
it?
you
Facebook?
can- still relate.
Okay, lad,
There's a
please.
joke that he's like 40 years old. So that's what that's.
I'm literally 2 years older than him. I've just got grey hair. It's actually natural because you're stressing me out.
All right. What was the first video you uploaded to there, like the first type? Was it? It wasn't the TikTok video, the first one, was it?
No, I did it for. So yeah, it started at the beginning of January, and then the Tic Tac Head video was like July time.
Oh, so what? 6 months?
6-7 months, yeah.
Wow. So straight away, you literally didn't have a clue about really like uploading videos, and then you've just blew up.
Yeah, pretty much.
How was that? Like,
It was weird. Yeah, I had like 200 followers or something on Facebook on my page. And yeah, then I uploaded that Tic Tac Head video, and it just like straight away within like 5-10 minutes had like 50,000 views. It was just mental.
What was the
watching it.
general feedback that you got from that video?
Just a lot of people wanted to tell me I did have Tic Tac Head was the main one.
Yeah, Facebook's like a horrible demographic. It's just everyone on Facebook is just they just want to see others burn.
But I quite liked it because on Facebook you have like their profiles and their pictures, so you can kind of like, I may have a Tic Tac Head, but look at you.
Wait, so was it like before you uploaded that video? Was a lot of people saying that you had a Tic Tac Head before you actually mentioned it yourself?
Yeah, so I'd uploaded a few videos, just little guides and stuff that was on my mind. It was really my first exposure to social media, so like it was like this whole weird world that I decided I was going to have a say on. And yeah, what was the question again? I kind of got off there.
Was like where people keep calling you TikTok?
Yeah, so I'd uploaded a few videos and I had a few comments like, why the long face? And then there was one that called me a Tic Tac Head, and then a couple of people agreed with it. And I just remember looking at their profile photos, and I say in it, one of them like looks like he's a jacket potato with glasses on and stuff.
Still
That was
remember
literally like I was
Just giving it
looking at
back,
them.
like banter between like,
Yeah.
interactions. Yeah, that's good. That's good though. You can actually have a laugh
When
about it.
people insult me, if there's some creativity to it, I find it really funny rather than like I don't. It doesn't annoy me. I'm like, I see your point. To be fair,
Well, with the TikTok stuff, like I feel like we're going to jump ahead here, but obviously that blew up. You see, you said somebody uploaded to YouTube,
Yeah.
but then you got that took down. You uploaded it. When did the whole like blowing up of BG Media come? Was it Afghan Dan?
That was it, yeah. So WillNE kind of called in Afghan Dan, and he made a video.
It's like deploying
on it.
troops.
Like the
It
Avengers, isn't
was.
it?
He
Like a
called in
Royal
some
Rumble.
backup.
So when that all happened, I can't even imagine what that was like for you. Like was it?
Was it traumatic?
Yeah, was it traumatic?
It was a weird, traumatic, crazy experience. It was all kind of going off. Like, there were
What was your first reaction when you just seen like was it the Will video? Was that the first
yeah, so
one?
the Will video came out like a week or so after I'd uploaded the Tic Tac video. And to be honest with you, I'd been like, in the video, I was calling people out and I'd said I'd name and shame them. And there were too many people to name and shame was the thing. I was
Did you
like,
regret that decision?
I did a little bit, yeah. But then Will uploaded a video and he had like, I don't know, like 70,000 subs at the time. And he looked like a professional YouTuber. And I thought, right, there's finally someone I can answer back to. You know,
Also, it was a bit of a game for you.
yeah, like, I'd wanted to call people out back for like, obviously the kind of comments that were coming in and stuff, but there were too many of them. And I thought, well, perfect. There's a YouTuber doing it. I can answer him, and he can kind of be the
main
focus
point.
of my fury. Yeah,
How do you think like if Will? So how many on YouTube did you have at that point? Where
about less than 500 subs.
how did Will find you?
I think he'd gone on the Lad Bible from Facebook, couldn't he?
Oh, I thought you just googled Tic Tac. Like,
Or just randomly one day.
randomly
looked like
thinking.
Tic Tac.
Trying to order something, then he pops up. Jesus.
Did you ever take anything personally, or was it all just like you just know it's part of the crack?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. Yeah, some of it I took personally because some of the comments you get are like
Brutal.
brutal. Yeah.
Yeah.
But with the Will video, how did you take that? Or the Will videos? Was it
More than one.
Yeah, was that a personal thing, or was that?
It wasn't so much personal. It was more just an opportunity to answer. He became like he kind of stood for everyone who was having a go at me at that point.
Because I think like people don't realize this with Will with commentary. I think I don't say birthed, but he was like where a lot of commentary YouTubers came from, that style. Would you not agree?
I think he was like British anyways, because obviously you've got like your Americans like Cody Cole,
Yeah.
but it was like the first one that made like non-serious, like non-drama
Yeah.
related commentary videos. There's like commentary videos that aren't calling people out, commentary videos that are just having a laugh and just
Yeah.
taking the piss rather than actually being mean.
Because there was Ray William Johnson before that had that series, which was like every week.
Equals
Equals
three.
three.
I love that.
Ah,
But
doing
Will-
your Sorry. I
Yeah,
should
Will's
know
was
it.
basically just kind of that, but it was obviously on stuff that's
It
now.
was more of a longer format, like really.
It was quite like Internet Melts, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like Joe
yeah,
Weller.
probably I'd say more like that, to be fair.
I'm sure he's
but-
mentioned that Joe Weller was quite a big, like,
Impact, yeah.
I think Joe Willer influenced a lot of people, to be fair. But
Well, with them videos,
Your first video.
what?
Your first video.
Oh,
was
my
like
first video was
It's
Joe
like, it's
Weller.
like a copy and paste of Joe Weller.
Yeah.
The music and everything.
So when Will made that video, was that when Afghan Dan jumped on it?
So, yeah, I uploaded the video. About a week later, Will made a video and loads of people tagged me in it. So I went and watched it and I just immediately thought I'd film a little answer to him. And then a couple of weeks later, he released another video saying, like, he replied. And in that, he kind of called in Afghan Dan to
Like
just,
rallying the troops.
yeah, just to drop a couple of bars at the end.
just spit a few bars, just like, yeah, come on, just hop on.
Oh,
lad.
so Afghan Dan was in Will's video?
He was in Will's video, yeah.
Oh, I can't remember
I
that.
didn't know that.
Because he'd made a couple of BG Media videos at that time.
Oh,
Only a
right,
couple
okay,
of
so he
them.
was well up and running at this point.
Yeah, and then after that, like, I think Afghan saw how well he did, and he put out a tweet saying, "I'll send for TikTok properly if I get a certain amount of retweets."
See,
And that's where it started to annoy me a little bit. Kind of like, Afghan Dan, really? You're going to send for me?
Yeah, why did Afghan Dan annoy you?
Well, I just thought he was just jumping on the bandwagon.
Just
like,
for
what have you
views.
got to do with it, lad?
Do you want to send for him again? Like, I make a bit of music because like, we could make a beat and you could just send
Charlie
him
can
back to.
actually make music,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
I thought he was in,
I could
I thought he was
send
in
some
prison now.
Don't know. He can
He got
watch it from
out.
behind
He did
bars.
get out. I don't know whether he's gone back in.
Why was he?
Callums
Why was he in
retracting
prison?
Oh, yeah, I keep track of them all, just in case.
Just in case they come back for you.
Yeah.
Have you got? Have
He
you
knows
got?
the exact
Have you
date
got
when he
bars
came out.
behind the scenes? So, like, for some of them, like
Afghan
come back
Dan's
to you,
got
like, you know
bars
what?
in front of him.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wish Afghan Dan had sent for me now. Like,
You ready?
since-
Are you
yeah,
ready?
I'm
You
definitely
got ammo.
ready.
Do you think it caught you off guard that, like, at the start because it was so kind of fresh to you?
Yeah, it was so fresh and it was so weird as well. Like, I was this middle-aged bloke who didn't really know about social media. Now I've got this chavvy rapper from Blackpool sending.
Just
videos.
want to
Like,
make
what is going
Facebook
on?
videos, lads. Just want to make them.
Yeah, plus his head looks like a Tic Tac as well. Like,
It does actually. I always thought that, like, when
Well,
you
he
were
looks
saying,
like a Tic Tac.
no, TikTok, get back in your box. I always
Oh,
thought,
okay.
well, shouldn't you be in the box with him?
yeah.
But so when you
Terrifying.
said that he annoyed you, was that just his whole, like, aroma kind of thing? Just him, like, his personality? Or was it just the...
Yeah, it was just horrifying. Just this teenage chav from Blackpool rapping about me. It was like,
Could you
just
imagine-
shush.
Wait, he's teenager.
Well, he was young.
Yeah, he
wasn't-
was... I remember him
how
saying
old
that
is
he
he now?
was... Someone said that he... I don't know why we're talking about this, but somebody said that he shagged Sophie Aspin, who was underage or something. Something stupid like that. So he mustn't have been that old, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Don't want to make them accusations.
I
of
think
that,
he's
Dan.
about 24, 25
You
now.
smashed
Oh,
it.
yeah.
He's 24. March 8th. He's my age.
He's
No.
pretty old. Really, really. So he's another middleweight.
Great.
Because I always thought with the BG Media stuff that you were already in that kind of crowd, like dissing them, and then Will
I
came.
was in that crowd.
Spitting balls on Little T. No, I always thought, I didn't realise it was Will who brought you into that.
That is Will who brought me into it. He exposed me to a whole host of horrifying stuff, did Will. He's got a lot to answer for.
What are your thoughts on Will then? as a whole?
Since then, like, obviously the first few weeks, like, learning about the internet and stuff, but he's a great guy, Will. I really like him.
What was the opinion on him at the time? Was it still the same opinion? Were you thinking he's like a good guy?
I thought he was quite funny. I liked his videos after watching a few of them. I
Yeah.
just didn't think I should have been in them.
I can't imagine what getting. I don't feel like I've had a big commentary video made on me. I don't know about you two. Have you, Sarah?
Yeah, the Charlie Roxburgh.
Yeah, just me, just like caving everyone's head. No,
I
I've never
can't
had
imagine
anything
what
like
that is actually like to watch it yourself. What is it like when someone's made a full video trying to take the piss out of you?
Yeah, it's weird. It is weird. It's
Why
weird
did it
watching
happen? Like, why? Like, what was the specific reason behind like the video? Do you reckon? Like, was there? Like,
Well, he was just he was really clever, wasn't he? He saw the trends before they happened. I think Will, like, he saw the
Yeah.
Tic Tac head video was going kind of crazy on Lab Bible and all that kind of stuff, and he knew BG Media. He was the first one making videos on them, wasn't he? He was just bang on the
He's-
trends back then.
I feel like this whole podcast of a fucking WillNE. He's always on it with. He's always.
he's Cam's idol. He's Cam's idol.
Cam has many idols.
Cam loves Will.
He's got posters of him as well.
Yeah, it does.
Good, thanks. I feel like he's always on it with trends, and I'm really surprised he came across here because my questions was like, oh, how do you get involved with BG Media? But after that, so you had obviously the Will videos, the Afghan Dan video. Was there anything else with BG Media that happened? I can't quite remember.
Well, but yeah, I mean, Afghan Dan actually sent for me. And then eventually I replied, did a little song back to him.
What song was that again?
That's not my name.
Live performance.
Oh.
Let's hear it. Live
I
performance.
can't even
Right
remember
right
the
here.
words to it.
How well was that received?
I
Mixed, supportive.
pretty supportive. I mean, I made a mistake in the filming. I filmed it like in this park, and there was like Scooby Doo behind me, and someone had painted a massive penis on him. And I didn't realise that, so that was unfortunate.
What was that like for you? The whole coming into I say most. I think it's mostly YouTube, to be fair, but Facebook, like the meme culture. Does that get to you?
Yeah, I mean, even now I still film like this meme review. Like my audience love to make YTPs about me,
Yeah,
and
your meme reviews bang, don't they? They do
people
quite well
like
for
them a
you.
lot. Yeah.
I wonder what, like for PewDiePie as well, like that bangs as well for PewDiePie, doesn't it?
I don't think he does them anymore, does
No,
he?
I don't.
What's this?
It's like, so he does a series where like the review memes, basically meme review, and it just
Okay.
like loads of people love watching
So
that.
you're
kind of
just
thing.
reacting to memes? Or like-
Yeah, I mean, they're just really weird, they're YTPs. They're YTPs.
You're going to have to tell me what
YouTube
that is.
poops. So it's people
YouTube poop.
literally taking my words out of context, reversing them, making so-us jokes. And
Did you say YouTube poop?
yeah, that's what it stands for. You might have seen Michael Rosen. You must have seen
Oh, Michael
right?
Rosen.
Chocolate. Ooh,
Nice.
all these weird
Surely you know Michael Rosen.
No.
He's an old man. You don't know Michael Rosen?
No.
Have you never seen the nice Facebook clip? It's like an old man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know who.
chocolate cake. He's
Yeah,
really funny.
You would have seen it. You would have seen
Nah,
it.
I've
He's
never
like
seen it.
a children's storyteller, but people like mean people will just get his videos and take them out of place and just make them like really funny and just.
So what's the relevance between this geezer and you? Like, apart from that, you're not him.
he gets loads of YTPs memed about him, and I do as well.
Okay.
And I do a
So
review
people
and
making weird things of you
weird
and you're
things.
reacting
basically
to them?
trying to trigger me. That's what they tried to do.
Gotcha.
It's almost like a competition.
Yeah.
It's just who can trigger you the most. Do you get triggered by them?
Yeah, while I'm watching them, they get pretty annoying.
I feel this would literally be
That'd be
unreal
fun
for the
content.
meme. But if a boxing match came, imagine the boxing match between you and Afghan Dad.
Would you take that up?
Yeah, would you
With
take that
Afghan,
up?
yeah, I'd take that.
God, do you want to look right in that camera
I'd
and say
take
you want to
that.
fight?
And if you ever get out of prison, I'll be waiting.
Oh, he's spitting bars in a very different way this time. Yeah.
Bars of fucking soap when he's dropped them.
Right.
Oh,
well,
okay, it's gone
out
dark,
there.
it's gone
No,
dark.
sorry, Afghan. He's not watching this. He's in prison. I don't know. Right, we
have
need
a
to stop
phone in
talking
prison?
about Afghan Dad in prison.
We might have a phone in prison.
Have you ever been in contact with him, or even any of the BG?
Have you met any of them in person? Any of them? even just like Will.
I've met Will. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
met Will. Not any of the BG Media guys.
Not
How
have
was
you-
that interaction with Will?
Yeah, it was alright. It was brief. It was just at
Yeah, mate.
that KSI gig, so it was quite like hectic anyway.
Gig or the
like the music?
boxing?
The music
That
gig.
Lamborghini.
Okay.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Was it
anthem.
awkward? Or was it, were you both kind of just like, oh,
Nah, it was years ago now. It was fine. It was kind of nice to meet him in person, if anything.
it must have been weird for you two to meet. Like, that's like Megatron and Optimus Prime just coming and fighting. I just feel like if Will and Callum met, I don't know if that would have, because I know if I'd met someone, I suppose Will's more jokey, but if I'd met someone that I'd made videos on, I don't know if it would be a bit weird. I know if the Craig thing, you know, when I met Craig, it was a
Yeah.
bit like, it's kind of a weird thing. You don't know whether you're friends or you don't know whether the
And you just became best mates.
we're
Look at
best
that.
mates now. But I was just wondering with that with you. Were you thinking at the time, were you like, should I speak
Should
to
I
him?
approach? Should I say
No,
hello?
I just went straight up and said hello to him. His videos.
So you walked
were
in with the
just
BDE.
jokes.
You walked,
yeah.
you walked in with the BDE, basically. You
I don't know what that is.
big dick energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a given.
I just had to explain. He explained to me what the
Fucking
YouTube
everyone
poop
loves
was.
abbreviations, don't they?
Yeah, but so you just walked up, you said hello. Just was it as if like
Yeah.
you've never, like, as if you've spoken before, kind of thing? You just try and be normal.
Yeah, it was almost like seeing an old mate kind of thing.
Okay.
It's so much time had passed between it, and his videos I felt were never really personal in hindsight.
No.
Like they are just
just
reacting content.
Realistically, let's say it was you and Afghan Dan on the undercard of UFC 247. How would the fight go down?
It would be over very quickly, I'd imagine.
First
Oh,
rounds.
what would you do?
Yeah, we need
What
a
would you do? Go on.
prediction.
I want predictions. Conor
Prediction,
McGregor,
what?
Mystic
I mean,
Mac.
I'm like twice his size. I don't think he'd even get within my reach. It would just
Okay,
be,
so what would you do
Bold
to him? What would you
statement.
what would you do to him?
What would I do? What, in a boxing match?
No. It
Well,
could be
UFC.
MMA if we're saying UFC.
Oh,
UFC.
Could be
MMA,
could be an
anything.
elbow. Could be an uppercut.
I've
whatever.
got. I mean, I've done quite a few self-defense videos, so I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it would be kind of like iconic for my corner to ending with a spinning elbow.
Right. Well, what round are we talking here? I'm getting really excited right now. I'm
It'd
really
be
enjoying
early
this.
doors. It'd be early
Early
doors.
first
Make
round,
a
second round?
statement. Yeah, first
You're just
round.
gonna walk in, spin an elbow him in the.
I'd toy with him for a couple of minutes just to give
I
him
like
hope.
that.
and then
That's good energy.
It's actually
Good energy.
funny you
Put
say that.
him in his box.
Yeah, quite
That's
literally.
really funny you say that
Get
because
down.
before this podcast, Cam was saying that he think he'd have you in a fight easy.
Yeah, he was like, "Hoey,
Yeah,
hoey,
I
tic
did. I
tac,
did
hoey."
say that first round victory for me. Yeah,
How you doing
That was
then?
my exact words. Actually,
I don't know
to be
why
fair.
we're talking about this, but I'm kind of enjoying it still. Like, how you ended him?
How am I ending Callum?
Yeah, go on then. Say, look
How
him
would
in the
that
dead in the
sound?
eyes. This is like,
so when I said to him in
Go
the
for
lift,
ankles.
I said in the lift that I thought he'd be 5'3". So my fight game's got to change a lot now. I'd
Okay.
probably have to like go underneath him and then like bash him on the head,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
hopefully bend over and then just push him out the ring.
This
And then
is not
I'd
sounding
win
like a
by,
fight anymore. It's sounding a bit weird.
I'd win by disqualification probably.
You can't
More of a
win by
tactical victory.
disqualification.
More
Win
of a
by
tactical-
disqualification.
More of a tactical victory.
Yeah, I hear that. That's good. That's good.
No,
I just wanted to know inside your head how you're going to batter Afghan Dan when he comes out of prison. To be honest, that was.
Yeah, I would just avoid him shanking me, I guess, would be the biggest.
You know what? That's not allowed in the ring, so I think you're right. It's just when you
Okay.
step out of the ring, you might be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Should be a
Well,
problem.
progressing it further, now on the topic of Will, I feel like you've had beef with so many people.
Problematic.
Problematic king.
Yeah.
Stephen Beef.
Stephen Beef, yes.
How did that?
Sounds like a really weird like foreign exchange.
Stephen Beef, coming from South Africa.
How did that all first come about? I was watching them, but when I watched it, I was like, I don't quite know how it all kicked off the way it did.
Yeah, so he was in a WillNE video, and it was, I can't remember what it was, something where like he said a YouTuber and he had to say.
Or
what
was
he
that
thought of them.
describing YouTubers in one word?
Yeah,
I
something
got
like that.
described as clapped, so.
Yeah, I got paedophile from him. And I've always had very simple kind of outlook
Paedophile.
on YouTube. Like I will stay in my lane, keep and then won't bother anyone. But if they mention me, then
What did
I'll
that do
deal
to your
with it.
heart when you saw your name being raised and then it just said
It annoyed
one
me.
word?
It annoyed me. I've spent most of my life as a nurse and stuff, so I don't really like the whole paedophile.
Right.
I know it's just a meme, but I thought, no, I'm going to answer
So
that.
do you feel like after you saw that and you were going back to like nursing and then there were just children there, but am I actually okay? Like,
Yeah,
is
I
this
don't-
Did,
yeah,
you,
well,
did you
Were you a
question yourself?
pediatric nurse?
No, I was never a paediatric nurse.
Is that for their safety or for your?
Palliative care is what I did.
Okay, a bit different. Fair enough.
So what was your initial? You saw him call you paedophile. What was your initial reaction?
So I recorded a video straight away, just putting him straight. I mean,
put him in his place.
Very small, he's ginger and definitely more paedophilic than me. So I just thought I'd make that clear in a video.
As if there's like a tier list of paedophilic.
It can often be like a no, I shouldn't. No. Won't go down that route. But yeah, and then I thought, you know what? Let's just finish it with a diss track. I'd seen he'd done a couple. I thought, nice way to finish it off.
Did you have him?
Yeah, I don't know whether you've watched both of the
Yeah,
diss
I-
tracks.
I-
Have you not watched the diss track? Stephen
Actually,
Fry?
you know what? Straight after this, I will watch it.
It was a really
Good.
good. It was a really catchy diss track.
Tom Stockwell was in it, wasn't he?
yeah, Tom helped me out on it. Yeah,
Yeah, Stephen called him the council house Kurt Cobain.
Rain, he did.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, right for the gut.
But I remember watching. So I went on it back today. I remember watching it at the time, but I went back on it today, and I'm sure it had like 44k likes and like literally no dislikes. And now a diss track, I think honestly, anyone else apart from his mates did a diss track on Stephen, it would have got a lot of hate. But yours didn't get any hate, really.
Because it was a good diss track.
It was a good.
It was
diss track.
the beat I used, Boredom Beats Skank, is the best beat for any.
Sorry, what?
Boredom Beats. A guy who made it. It's called Boredom Beats, and the
Boredom
track's
Beats.
called Skank.
Boredom
Used by
beats.
many
Skank.
Skepta,
If you
all them Stormzy.
Oh, you say that, but it's been used in some iconic BG Media diss tracks. It's been used in the Dylan Brewer one. It was used in the I forgot her
Was
name.
it
Not
Sophia's?
Millie
Millie B. Millie B used it as well, and I've always thought like,
Oh, was it the M to the B one?
All
M
the
to
greats.
M
Yeah.
to the
All the
B.
greats.
Have you not seen that?
Bro, I'm
this
so
man doesn't-
not
this
clued
man
in with this
doesn't-
kind of stuff.
Sheltered
He's
Life?
I'm uncultured when it comes out. We'll
Yeah.
educate myself straight after.
He's
I'm
too
very
busy
intrigued about
messaging
this.
other people.
Yeah,
Right.
so I'd always wanted to use that beat, and I'd always regretted like not knowing about diss tracks and being able to use that on Afghan Dan. So I was like, okay, perfect opportunity.
Well, it was. I thought it was actually. Like, I'm not just saying this. When it first came out, I was like, "This is actually pretty good."
Yeah, it was
Like, I
really
was like, this is
catchy.
actually a pretty good diss track.
It was a little bop, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I
it was
thought.
like even you in the dance moves, you were giving it all this and everything.
And I think it didn't get loads of dislikes because it was clearly a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think he's actually a paedophile. If you do, you go to the police. You don't make a diss track on them. So I think it was clearly a joke, and I think people took it like that.
I just need to ask, by the way. So if these diss tracks and stuff would you ever roll up to someone's place and just be like, you know what, I've got to put you in place? Have you ever been tempted by that?
Drive by.
You just need, like drive by. We're on the topic of like, you just need to just get to someone.
What are we talking about?
I just feel like, just sometimes you just really like a car and you just like, I just need to just jump in and just head over and just, you know what? You've just taken it too far on this. I need to just confront you face to face.
It hasn't gone that far yet, but I could see it doing it.
You could see it.
like, yeah, depending on who was the subject of it. And
You drove here today?
no, train.
Oh, train. So the thing is, like, if you did drive, I think that would be just a great topic. We just need to just say thank you to our sponsor, Adrian Flux, because it's cars. You just have to
There
rock
we
up
go.
sometimes.
There we
That's
go.
the sponsor of the podcast today. So let's just say thank you to our sponsors, Adrian Flux, for
Adrian
the podcast.
Flux.
Adrian Flux.
It's all coming back to me, Lewis.
What's all coming back to you, Charlie?
Every single week, we say thank you to the sponsor of our podcast.
But I forgot the name of them. What's their name?
Adrian Flux.
Adrian Flux. How could I forget?
I don't know. They're so great.
Exactly. I don't know how I could forget such great policies for young and learner drivers.
Like the black box policy.
You're obsessed with that black box
I
policy.
love that black box policy.
Ever since you've heard about that black box policy for the first time, you've never shut up about it. And
I really want it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you, especially for a learner driver such as yourself.
I've
Because
got a green card.
exactly, driving in London, because obviously you're from London, when you pass your test, it's going to be stressful. And for a young driver driving in London, that's going to be expensive. So for a black box policy, you could get a great offer. And how would you find out about these great offers, Charlie?
By checking the link in the description to go straight to Adrian Flux.
Yes. So thank you, Adrian Flux, for sponsoring this episode of the podcast once again.
Once again.
And once again. So all you can do, like I said, doesn't cost you. You don't need to, spend any pennies.
No
Just
pennies.
have a browse.
Have a gander.
You can even have a quote for yourself. Thank you, Adrian Flux. And like I said, click the first link in the description. Bye-bye.
So with the Stephen diss track that you made, what was your initial thoughts about when you were in the middle of making it with, I don't know if it was with Tom, was it to end his career? Was
No, definitely not. I've always watched Stephen's content and thought he's genuinely one of the funniest people on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Why didn't you want to end him?
Shag him, man.
Just because it wasn't that serious offence. Like,
Yeah.
he was making a joke. He called me a paedophile. I called him one back in the
Is that a
the
laughing
song.
matter for you then?
just as you
Not
do.
particularly, but I thought he was joking.
Yeah.
You know, a diss track is enough. I don't need to end his career. It was a laugh, I thought.
Yeah, and then he released. I don't know the time frames, but he released one quite soon after, was it?
A few months later.
Oh, was it a few months?
Yeah, it took him ages. I didn't think he was going to reply, and then he just
whacked it.
Just dropped.
A few months later. Fucking hell. Like when he released that, I think it was called Stephen Replies.
Stephen replies. That's it. Yeah.
What was, because there was two. I remember in that video there was two parts where he took the piss out of Tom with the Stormzy Wiley flow, and then he went back to like his own classic beat in it.
That's right.
What
That's
was
right.
your reaction when you first? So you see that, and, like you see the title, did you instantly know it was about you?
No. So Tom WhatsApped me, I think, and said, "Oh, Stephen's replied." So I went, "Have a
What,
little
Stevens,
look at it."
Tom?
No, my Tom Stockdale.
Oh, Tom
Oh,
Stockdale. I thought you meant like his mate Tom. Sorry.
Yeah, and what was you went and clicked it? What was your reaction? Your initial?
Yeah, I was surprised he'd replied. I thought like months had gone by, it was over. I thought it wasn't as good as mine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he did two, didn't he?
Opinions.
Like he didn't do one song. He done it on two beats. Like he done the classic
That's
one
right.
as well.
I can't remember Stevens one like off the top of my head, but I can obviously just remember the beat from year one.
I just remember at the start he said like one of his mates said, "Have you watched the new Callums Corner video?" And he said, "What is it, 2016?"
Yeah,
or something
that's
like
right.
that.
That's right.
So he was all. I think he was obviously taking the piss as well, wasn't he?
He was.
You think-
Yeah, it
he
would be.
was.
But who just? If you were to say right now, who do you think won that?
I did.
Hands down.
Hands down, yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Straight to the camera, hands down. Say
Hands
like,
down.
little
Yes.
ginger
His
boy,
hands up
I won
there.
this, hands down.
Stephen might reply again.
Oh,
you know what I
right.
mean? If he wants, but because I remember he said something about Tom Stockdale. He was like, if you can't get 10k in the
First
first
week.
week, don't chat
Don't
about.
want to talk about diss tracks
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Because I think Stephen's diss track was a lot about saying. I remember he said he had more views than you a lot, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Whereas yours was just. What was the main thing in yours? Was it calling him a paedophile?
Call him a nonce, yeah.
He actually got a brand deal cancelled because of that, didn't he?
Yeah, that's
TikTok
really
brand
sad.
deal.
Yeah.
That's really
Stephen Tries
sad.
lost.
It was actually because of Callum.
Oh, was
Yeah,
it because of my diss track?
No. Is it?
Hope it was.
Stephen apparently lost TikTok's backing because his comment section kept calling him
he
nonce.
lost.
He lost TikTok.
Not the
because of
backing.
TikTok.
He lost the money. The
Yeah,
brand
that's what I
deal.
mean with
The
the
brand
back-
deal was done.
No, but that's what I mean. Like he had, like he was,
But he got-
everyone was involved in this whole TikTok thing, and he got pulled from it because they were like, "What is nonce?"
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
I'm
they were just like, he's-
%, sure that he got the money in the end, though.
Yeah,
it probably would have been because he would have signed a contract, but he got pulled from it, and I was it's a bit of a palaver because they were like, "What is this nonce thing?" And because obviously it's not an English-based brand,
Yeah.
so they had to explain what nonce was. And obviously, they don't want paedophiles, whether it's true or not, to be associated with their brand.
It's not true.
Well,
It's not true.
China are very strict when it comes
Seems
to
to be their
everything.
core audience, though, doesn't it? TikTok.
Paedophiles.
Yeah.
Half of it, yeah. Well,
Chris
obviously,
Hansen loves it.
you think you won the diss track battle, but
Yeah.
once again, there's an octagon.
Yeah.
We're in the cage.
You've got little small pads on.
You're saying that you'd easily beat up Stephen. And you know what? I don't discredit that. But I'm saying, what happens if it was a 2v1, a tag team, but he was only tag team? So it was him and Max versus you. They're both coming at you like
So that's
rabid
going to be
hyenas.
difficult. That's going to be difficult. But I think Max would move quite slowly. So I
Why is
kind
that?
of dance around him.
Why would Max move slowly?
I just, from what I've seen in the videos, I don't see him sprinting at me at
Okay.
massive pace.
Or at all?
So yeah, I'd probably deal with Stephen first, just get him out of the picture.
Yeah.
Or like, right, so just like cut down the strong one and then pick on the weak one.
Yeah.
So you just basically just run in, Superman punch him straight on the jaw.
Yeah, just pick him up and.
Oh, you pick him
boot
up as well?
I think I'd like to
You
boot
throw
him
him
out
out
the
the
octagon.
octagon.
Yeah,
Throw him into
Oh
the crowd.
god, that's
It's
like
a
WWE.
like a conversion.
If you were to be any WWE wrestler, this is slightly off
It's
topic.
good.
Yeah. Who would you be?
Brett the Hitman Hart was my hero when I
Oh,
was younger.
okay.
of course. His brother died, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Right.
because during
In
an
the cage
accident.
match, wasn't it? He fell.
Yeah, like what was it?
Is that what you do to Stephen?
It was the one. Do you remember they used to have it with the bars? And
I was so young, but I've got older brothers, so I'd always watch it with them. Was it when he was interesting, or was it actually in the cage? Pretty much, what he fell from a high height and died. Like
Oh,
actually wrestling.
Jesus
So he
Christ.
was. I think. Don't quote me, but I think he was coming in. They had like the bars. They put the sides of the cage up, and they were bringing the roof down, lowering it. I think he was on top of it and fell off.
Fucking hell.
That's a bit peak.
Brutal.
Yeah.
But we don't want.
Okay,
Can we confirm we don't want Stephen to die?
We don't
No,
want him
I
to
don't
die.
want Stephen to
Well,
die.
we want Callum to kill him, but we don't want him to die. Oh no, sorry.
Who was everyone's favourite wrestler? Mine was personally, if we're talking old age, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Loved him. And if we're talking like recent years, probably Shawn Michaels
Oh, sweet
and Jeff
Jesus.
Hardy.
I used to
Oh.
like the Boogeyman.
Oh, I hated him.
Or I used to like
Oh.
Finley because Hornswoggle would come underneath the ring and
I
start
loved
fighting
Horn-
everyone.
I loved Horn.
I used to. Obviously, it's a bit basic. I used to love John Cena, and then he was making his music. So when I was 12, I was like listening to his music he was making. I just loved it. And then I loved Rey Mysterio until I got to an age where I thought he was just a little bit gimpy. It was
Right.
it was just
like
a bit.
BDSM kind of thing.
No, like I really thought like it was a bit.
He is dressed like that.
yeah,
to be
but I mean,
fair.
like it just looked a bit like a bit suspect kind of
His
thing.
kids are on TikTok now.
Oh really? Are they wearing masks as well? No, they're not. Well, it was Triple H for me. I'd say. I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty cool. I was a West Ham fan as well.
Nah,
So.
apparently he's like a knobhead now. I've been told like behind the scenes, Vince McMahon and Triple H like run everything that goes on behind, and they're
Yeah.
like massive knobheads. That's what. I've
Really?
heard. Apparently so, and then apparently everyone else is
Inside man.
inside man. Yeah.
I just love the. I used to do that.
Did you ever been to like a wrestling event?
Yeah, I went to one.
I went to
at
one
the
in
O2.
Glasgow. I went to one in Glasgow. And
Should we go? You can get some inspiration of
COVID.
how you're actually going to batter Steven.
That'd be a good day out.
I managed
Good luck.
I managed to touch Batista. That was one of my favourite.
Yeah, you were
things.
saying this the other day.
Like
like-
he was walking in.
he was just going on about, I've touched all these wrestlers, and then I was just sitting there thinking, right, are we talking about Skype days? Are we talking about?
Stone Cold Steve Austin fake tattoo as well? It's brilliant.
Ah.
What would your entrance music be if you're
Oh.
on the way to the Octagon? Would it be one of the
Oh,
tracks?
okay.
or
I
would
mean,
it
it
be-
depends who I was fighting. So if I was going in,
Stephen was there in the middle. Yeah, Stephen
Where's
was there.
your head at? I think would be my entrance
Wait,
music.
where's your head at?
Where's your head? No copyright.
That'd be
Yeah.
What about Afghan Dan? Would you intimidate him by playing his own song?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Like
Afghan
distorted,
Dan.
like all the way distorted and flanged, like the
Or
max.
Could you like rap on one of Afghan Dan's beats?
Oh, and then do it as you come out. That'd be.
Yeah,
that'd
but
be,
maybe I'd release another diss track before I went in and have that.
Oh, see, that's what was it? Deji did that. No, Deji released Tank Gang, and I always thought it was like,
Yeah, but Deji's music's crap, isn't it? So it's,
yeah. Let's be honest, Deji. Let's be honest.
Oh no, Deji called you funny. Come on, man.
No, I know, but
Wow. He's made a video on Deji, and Deji's reacted to his whole video, giving him a little bit of exposure.
Trying to push Deji over the edge. And then Deji replied, said he found it
I
funny.
didn't try and push him off the edge.
No, you did.
Fucking hell.
No, you did. You did try to push him.
No, I
We
didn't.
know what you were doing. We know what you were
You
doing.
went, haha, your dog's dead, and you just kept making fun of
I
him.
didn't say that. I just like for people that haven't seen that video, I did not say that.
He didn't say that. I'll back him
He's
on
got
that.
a really
He
cute new
didn't say
dog
it.
now.
Bring it.
Yeah, let's take it back. Let's take it
not
back.
talk about dead dogs.
Yeah, no.
Bringing it back to Stephen. What's your opinion on him now? Do you still watch his videos?
Still watch his videos, yeah.
Do you still think he's a ginger nonce or?
No, I still think he's funny. His diss track annoyed me a bit. There were a few bits in there that annoyed me.
Well, didn't he go on longer? Didn't he react to it on his second?
He
channel?
reacted, I reacted, yeah, the whole YouTube
Did that
thing.
help you? I.e., interaction, engagement, stuff like that. Do you feel like the audience enjoyed
I've
it?
got no idea. Like, interacting, I don't
Really?
Well,
have
Okay.
any idea about that kind of stuff.
what I've always thought is interesting about you is that, just being honest, with like, obviously you blew up from in a meme kind of way. With meme things, it always tends to die. It just does with meme things. Whereas you have never ever, I've never felt like you've went down. Your audience is always like, you always get consistent views or even higher. You'd never got them like 5 to 0K views. Your audience seems really strong.
0K.
What is dead may never die.
Yeah.
No, I've got that. My corner they're awesome. They're like really supportive, really interactive, I guess, really motivated.
Yeah.
Would they be in your corner on the octagon, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like every
Yeah,
single
I
one
feel
is
like you
scrapping.
can almost title anything and they'll still
Oh,
be
yeah.
like, oh yeah, let's.
Yeah, I mean, they're horrifying as well. Like,
do you get-
they've gone way too far. I've had to move house because of them.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Wow.
Do you want to talk about that? About
Yeah,
the
we
whole-
can talk about that.
So was that because people were doxing you?
Yeah, so Stephen Trice kind of started it with his diss track. He put my spirit name in there.
Yeah.
What is a spirit name?
So when my parents divorced, my mum made me change my name because she's a little bit mental.
To Callum
Obviously, not
Callum's
to
corner.
Callum. She made me change it to something else,
Okay.
which I won't say. But,
Of course.
I went back to it after I blew up because I wanted to kind of be able to hide stuff, like didn't want people searching up Callum Adams, finding where I lived.
As you
And he put my spirit name in his diss track, which then everyone found my address from.
Why is it called a spirit name?
It's just my mum's a massive hippie. It's what.
So
Yes.
for like the more like people, I'd say regular, isn't it just a Christian name? It's just a legal
it's-
name, right?
Yeah, she made me change my legal name.
Okay.
So I started using it again after the Tic Tac Head thing because I didn't want people searching
Yeah.
Callum Adams, and he put that name in his diss track.
Well, just before we get onto the doxing thing, just on that, what was your initial reaction when he released that?
Yeah, there were loads of people were saying it. I mean, it's become a massive meme in my streams now to call me it, and
Well, how were you feeling though? When were you like, oh fuck?
I was a little bit annoyed at that. I won't lie. I thought that was.
Does it take a
I
lot
feel
to
like-
annoy you, or you just because I feel like
I
there's a
mean,
lot of
just
stuff that's annoying you right now.
A lot of stuff does annoy me. I mean,
Yeah.
I get over it quickly. That's kind of.
But
what
this
my
is
channel-
more important. Like it's obviously
Yeah, it
it's more
had
serious.
long-term repercussions
For
having
sure.
to move house and stuff.
Because most of the diss tracks was memes, but I felt that was more of a
Personal.
like a bit more of a like, look, I'm gonna actually just like finish this kind of thing from Stephen.
Are we talking about Octagon or just actually finish
No,
it? Like
just try and because I felt
Both. That's how it starts. It starts as a distract.
Yeah,
then
it got a bit more
personal.
personal.
Okay,
So I'm
okay.
basically
Yeah,
trying
so
to say
basically-
with that
yeah,
comment.
yeah.
And how that what I was asking is like, were you annoyed or was it like more? Were you? I don't know if you're like worried in case people were like finding different things about maybe search that name or.
Yeah, I mean, I just knew it was going to be a nightmare. People, and they did kind of search my address. I mean, a few people knew it already. Like,
anything weird that's happened?
so yes, so much weird stuff. So, I mean, my corner is awesome. It's crazy, but it also is really mental. Like, a couple of guys had realised that I used to live in a certain area of Bristol, and every time I streamed, they sent a takeaway to a different address, worked their way through every single house. In
How
like
much
a
money did it
mile.
cost?
And they never paid for the takeaways. They just sent them.
Oh,
there.
sent to the housing.
And eventually, the door went and it was my house, so they had my address.
Well, I remember with that, I talked to Dan Ranty about it because you used to like talk to him a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I remember him saying that and I remember watching one of your streams one time. You'd be streaming, then you'd be like, oh, and there was eventually, I think it got to a point where you were like, gotta go. And then that's the door, like
Yeah, it was that after the Stephen Choice thing, and a lot more people had searched up my spirit name and found it. Like it got ridiculous. It would be like 5, 6 takeaways every stream. Like.
So what's your
That's a
address
lot of
now?
free food, though. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
It's never paid for. It was always they pay cash on the door, so I'd have to send them away, either pay for it and just chuck it away.
That's
or
not a lot of free food. That's just really annoying. Then I mean, they could have at least
'cause
paid for it.
It's not nice because then you're costing local businesses
Yeah,
money,
for sure,
and then
yeah.
you're costing whoever.
And it wasn't just takeaways. Like after it went bigger, after the diss track, like there was this meme about toasters. So they on my stream one night, they asked me to show them my toaster. I don't know why they did, but I refused because I didn't want to get crumbs all over my desk and stuff.
Need to buy a drink first if you want to see
Yeah.
a toaster.
And they decided to punish me, so they started sending toasters to my house.
How do they send toasters?
So some of them were bought off like Argos, like just Amazon. Some of them, one guy got like a shipping pallet of second-hand toasters from like catering places. I had hundreds.
I shouldn't laugh
of
because it's
toasters.
so.
I can
big.
laugh now, but at
You
the
could start a bakery
time,
business.
at the time, it was mental. I had to hire a skip to get rid of all the toasters. There were so many of them.
You ever take a picture?
Yeah, I've still got some now. Actually,
Would-
I've got like
You've just got
a shelf of brand new toasters.
If you've got a picture, could you
One for every day.
send
of the
that to us so we could just whack it on
Yeah.
the screen now? That'd
Yeah.
be great. Just
Yeah.
here is Callum Corner's the toasters.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
most
incredible.
of them I've binned. Most of them went in the
Yeah.
skip. But I've got some new, like a shelf
Oh,
of
you
new
should
ones.
get like
That is
have you
sensational.
seen them like custom toasters that like give you designs in the toast?
Don't give people ideas.
Like we've seen the Star Wars ones where it's like
Yeah.
you should get one but with your face on it. Maybe someone will send you that next.
Yeah, well, they don't know my address at the moment.
So have you really tried to tighten up security
Yeah,
since you moved?
massively so.
Which is-
because it wasn't just toasters. It was like turf samples was a big one. Like if you go online, you can get like astroturf and grass samples, and there are like 50 companies who do it. So I ended up with thousands of turf samples. Of, like,
Just turf samples. So you just had grass on your doorstep.
yeah, like loads of lube and sex toys and stuff.
I mean, that's
and-
great if you could use it.
Yeah, it would have been if I could have used it.
Bad life.
Sad life, yeah. And
Nice, actually.
probably the pinnacle of it was like that one day when I got that second-hand pallet of toasters. I also got like an Asda delivery. So there was a knock at my door and I went and answered it, and there was a delivery, like just baskets of value bread to go to the toasters, hundreds of loaves of bread. And at that point, like, I couldn't fit anything else in my house. So I was like, no, I don't want this. You're going to have to take it away. And the delivery guy was like, no, I
Okay,
can't
we'll
do
take it
that.
away.
I was like,
No,
"What
I
do you
can't do
mean?"
that. He said, no, I can't do that.
Yeah, what do you mean you can't do that? Just take it away and refund whoever sent it. He goes, I'm going to have to speak to your mum.
Your mum, he said to you.
He said, I'm going to have to speak to what the hell are you talking about? I'm in the middle of speak to my mum. And like, we went back and forth arguing, and eventually he showed me the delivery note. And the little twat who sent it, it said, if the tall, bold man answers the door and tries to send it away, he's highly autistic. You must speak to his mum before doing anything. And that was the one point I was like, yeah, they've really got me here. They've done so well there.
Just accept the bread. You're like, yeah, that's fair enough. I'll just take it.
When they put that much effort into it, you
gotta
have to
respect the
it.
craft,
You've got to be
don't
like,
Can we actually appreciate this for a second? That obviously everyone's been sending all this stuff, and this one little fucker has literally sat there and be like, oh, yeah, I know he's gonna send it away, so I'm just gonna scheme everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna manifest that he's gonna open the door and say, no, I don't want all this value bread, and he's highly autistic, so he has to send it away. So he speak to his mum. Oh my god, that is sensational.
Yeah,
You
it was-
got absolutely done it there.
Absolutely did.
have you
yeah.
got
Hold
a
your pants
favourite?
down.
Have you
Hold
got a
your pants
favourite loaf of bread brand style that you particularly choose?
I'm really into bakery bread at the moment. Where I've moved is like this tiny little village.
As
and
in,
it's
like,
got a little
Tiger bread
bakery.
type stuff?
Yeah.
So it's
yeah,
like the craft beer, but of bread.
yeah.
craft
I go
bread.
down
So
there
you-
every
you-
morning,
you don't
take
get-
the puppy for a walk.
Have you got like PTSD from loaves of bread now? You just stay away from them. You go to the local.
I go
bakery
to the
bread.
local
Yeah, does
bakery.
Warburton's not look the same anymore?
It doesn't, no.
You can't look at the same.
Slices of hell.
But no one's found your new address. Is the main thing.
Not yet. I mean, there's a
Not
couple
yet.
of local kids have found it, and they've been like looking over my fence and stuff, but it's not online or anything yet.
I think we've had a laugh about it, but I mean, when someone's in their own home, and I know it's like toasters, right? But still, if people had said to me toasters, I don't think I'd feel safe.
You don't feel safe.
Yeah, no, I didn't
That
feel
is the
safe.
point.
That was.
Have any of you had any privacy problems at all just from social media?
I had one where when I lived back in Gateshead, I was taking the bins out, and this like lad, he looked like our age. I looked at him, and then he like just gave us like a weird look. I don't know, it's just a weird look. I put the bins out, and then I went upstairs, and you could get into my block of apartments. You just could. You couldn't get in my door, but just a block of apartments. And I remember I felt like he was following us, but I just went in. And then I went in my door and I had like a people. I remember looking and he was walking like up and down the stairs of can you remember my place where I had like the outdoor stairs? He was walking up and down and he didn't live there because there was only like 6 people that lived there. I knew everyone that lived there. Yeah. And that guy didn't live there. And I remember feeling there. That was like my most like, oh shit.
Yeah, I think it depends what kind of level you get to as well. Because people, so I've received messages and stuff saying, oh, like I know you like live in Wanstead, like where I used, well, my parents' family, and they were like, oh, didn't know, but it was always very friendly kind of thing. It's always good. But I know I've seen from personal experience with like Ethan, like people found when they were living at Halo Tower in Stratford, people would walk in, come up, and they were like spraying ketchup on his walls, knocking on his doors.
Then you see that's because the security was like really bad,
really shit. And when you're living in like sky blocks, you kind of would hope when you're using key fobs and stuff that it's like they're like where Josh lives now. Doesn't let like anyone who comes into his house doesn't let them even film a video like outside of the windows. Like if you want to film a video in the house, you have to pull the blinds because that's what it gets like.
That's really bad. That's para. Like we're lucky to the stage that we can. Thankfully, our building has good security. Don't take that as a challenge.
Yeah, do not try. Do not try.
Callum couldn't even find it.
Yeah. Some people can't even find their place.
People who want to come in the place, like are supposed to be there.
Yeah, and sometimes we can't even get them in. So we're lucky. The only thing that I had back home was people would message me saying, "Oh, I've just seen you walking your dog and that," and I'd be like, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, that's really. I find that really weird. Like, I'll get sent a picture of like the road I'm on. It's like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't mind when people say hi to me at all. But see when someone goes, "I just seen you," I go, "What the fuck?"
I don't mind that though usually because because
say hi to me. Don't say
because I know what people can be like. Some people just think that they're going to be very if you look like you're busy or you're on your way somewhere, some people are like, oh, I don't want to like stop you on your way kind of thing. And they're like, oh, I just saw you because they kind of want to just like let you know that they've seen you kind of thing. I get that. But if someone's taking a picture or a video, I've just seen you. You just look like, what the hell? I've never really
I think the weirdest one was somebody, it was actually in London. Someone took a video of me buying stuff at the counter in a shop. And I had like a bottle of vodka in my hand and they tweeted me saying like rough night is it or something like that. And I was like, they were videoing me from outside the shop. Just me.
That's when it gets weird, though.
Me just at the counter like this.
Yeah. You're
bottle of vodka. I just wanted to drown my sorrows.
So, Callum, I saw that you did a video recently. I'm not too sure how recent it was, where you said that you're actually boycotting Pornhub.
Yes.
So why the whole thing of that? How did that come about?
My horrifying fans, trolling me again, sticking my videos on Pornhub, which.
What kind of videos we talking about here?
Just my video, just normal YouTube
so it wasn't.
videos.
They haven't actually hacked your iCloud.
No.
It's with the dog.
So that was what drove me over the edge. It stopped with my nephew Eddie, who's like 4 years old, when they put stuff about him and my dog as well. Really annoyed me, sticking my dog over on Pornhub.
Things are different websites.
So the fact that your dog was on Pornhub, not your nephew, that annoyed you more.
No, both annoy me.
Okay.
Both annoy me.
Just clarifying.
Because what was the dog doing? Was it bending over? Or?
Yeah, they just done weird little cots to make it look like I was about to shag it or something. Or
can you just clarify that you weren't about to shag the dog?
No.
Okay,
that's
dog
good.
Nonce. Wait, no, you're not a dog nonce. No,
I'm not a dog.
Okay,
nonce,
just clarifying. No. That's good.
Well, the dog was probably of age. I'm guessing. How old's the dog?
He's only one. He's only one now.
Oh, so that makes it 7.
Paedophilic as well as bestiality.
Not quite ready yet. It's not quite ready.
7 years in dog years. So we'd have to at least triple that.
So these people who do this, are they in the corner? Are they
yeah.
So do they do it? What is it? Banter or is it to annoy you?
Probably it's a bit of both. It's a bit of both.
Yeah, but just are they trying to get content or?
I don't know. I can't understand their motivations, to be honest with you. I think they must be much younger and be from a different place. But
when you mentioned Pornhub, I thought it was going to be something serious about like how apparently.
No, this is very serious.
No, I thought it was going to be. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like Pornhub about how they apparently contribute to sex trafficking, but no, it was.
I know. Since then, since I said I was boycotting Pornhub, like a load of people have been like, well, "Actually, that's a really good idea because of that."
Charlie, could you do us a favour?
Thought about that.
Could you go on the hub and just search all of our names. I just want to see if there's any. I've never searched my own name on it before.
So I'm going to be sitting on a podcast typing in Pornhub.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. You don't need to like describe.
It's there.
Well,
I haven't
well,
deleted my history.
What? It's actually there.
No, as in like you already had it.
I usually go on incognito, but I
while
forgot
you
to.
do that in the background, I want
I'll
to
do
ask you, where is the, like, you've boycotted Pornhub, so Pornhub is off now. Where is
enjoying
your
this.
place for like a FAP? Where are you going now?
Where's your
for
place?
Well,
Yeah.
I got,
Where's the website?
there's a couple of inferior ones, aren't there?
OnlyFans. You subscribe to.
I don't go
OnlyFans.
for OnlyFans.
You've
No,
not?
no,
No.
I haven't got any OnlyFans.
What website is it?
What's there's RedTube, isn't there?
RedTube. That's an OG
Porn.
one.
That was
Like,
mine's back in the day. From
What's the other
ages
older
of-
one? It's porn something.
Ex-Hamster.
Ex-Hamster.
YouPorn.
I don't know.
YouPorn.
This is. I literally don't know. I'm just guessing here.
Oh,
but- yeah.
Your girlfriend can't hear us now.
XNXX. The blue one. XXX Tentacion Pod. Big hitter for me.
Yeah, XXX videos, isn't it? I don't know.
And-
But I was a RedTube fan for a good 5 years, and I think I made the conversion over to PH after like a few years. I'm just trying not to say the words.
I used
Oh,
I used to
fine.
watch Tube 8.
The Hub.
I'm just
Yeah,
trying to.
Tube 8,
Yeah.
but Tube 8 always gives me ads where I'm like, I always feel like I'm getting hacked when I'm on Tube 8 and I'm
Tube
getting
8?
watched.
I've never heard of Tube 8.
Tube 8 was great. I'm just casually just on porn right now. And
Say the P words. Say the
Try to
P
get
words.
hot on you. With Pornhub though, I can't get off to the stuff that's on Pornhub.
Callum, is that you behind the
That's just
camera?
me on this
Is it
podcast
nothing
right
can
now,
be on
people.
there
It's
at the
alright.
moment?
You know,
No.
can you get off to
That's
Pornhub? Let us know in the
incredible.
comments. Let
Try
us know in the
Callum
comments.
Adams.
There's not enough
interested.
BDSM on Pornhub.
Right, I'm
No one's
what?
listening. It's alright. It's already
Yes,
half a
it
podcast.
is.
Because at one
No,
point
not
I was number one.
I
trending
need more
on
extreme
Really?
than just tying someone
Yeah.
up. Like,
Yeah, it's
Cam,
all gone.
I need like a half
thank
minute
God.
to a half.
What are you on about right now?
Cam
Nothing.
just said that the hub isn't good enough for him because there's not enough BDSM. Let me just tell you something.
What?
I was on
Me
the
behave?
1 minute. I
Okay.
was on the other week and I seen someone putting their hand
There's a
inside
dog.
someone's arse, grabbing their like whatever's inside there and pulling it outside. And you said there's not enough BDSM on that website.
Right, well, there's a difference between BDSM and actually like
GBH. That's what the hell is that?
What's
What's
GBH?
GBH? Come here.
Previous bodily harm.
What?
Well, no, it was disgusting, mate. It looked like a massive piece of chewing
Why did
gum.
you click on it?
I seen it in my not recommended, but I just seen it. I was on like the videos and I was like,
I felt like
I
Daisy
think-
Jones on Pirates of the Caribbean where they grab his heart.
I think that's one thing. Like, I've got no issue with bum play whatsoever. Like, I'm all for it. But when it like starts, anyway, you know what?
If
don't
I
worry,
showed you the
you're
picture-
not on Pornhub anymore. by the way.
Amazing.
So we've clarified this. None of us are on Pornhub.
oh really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's quite sad.
It is quite sad. I don't.
None of us.
That's good news. I can start using it again.
What was the transition like from boycotting Pornhub to going to somewhere else? Was it a smooth transition, a clean one?
Now, can I
Yeah,
ask,
it was
are you an
alright.
avid porn watcher? Or
I'm
is
not
it
an
just,
avid porn
It's
watcher,
just a
no.
dabble in porn occasionally.
Yeah, just
all right.
if you
Just
need
to
something to
clarify.
get the job done.
But I
Yeah.
remember in that video you said that. I remember in that video you said you calculated how many wanks you would have and how much like your wanks the corner would have and how much like business they'd actually lost.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering like what effect, like if Pornhub's been shook by that since you've left.
I don't know. The world's full of wankers, isn't it? I think
Quite literally.
they've probably not noticed, but
I was just thinking if it'd been a smooth transition going away from there. That was all I was going to ask.
it's no not November as well, isn't it?
Oh,
so
sorry.
No, I fucked that
Is-
right
we're
up.
already
Are
on
you
the
an
ropes.
avid
No
person
nutter?
of no
It's
nutter?
always no nut for me.
Oh God. Anyway.
Bit of a dry spell. Kick off. No, that was what I was just going to ask on that about the. But if it's a
What was the first porn site any of you went on?
RedTube props.
meat spin,
Mine was bigtitsroundarses.com.
right? Very specific.
Yeah, I remember
I
it.
just want to take thing. Do you know how Cam said he doesn't watch the hub because it's not
Meat spin,
BDSM?
what?
Do you know he said he doesn't watch the hub because it's not BDSM enough for him?
Yeah.
Can I just point out? Look at the size of that love bite on that man's neck.
Oh, that's
That is a man of BDSM.
that is so
Ooh.
rigid, you know.
For the internet.
Callum, what was your first
That's
porn
the
site you
man
watched?
of BDSM.
I can't really remember. Like when I was a lad, when I was like at my fapping peak, I guess, 16,
Fapping
17,
peak.
when you're a
Magazines.
teenager, it was all magazines. Like the internet only was just coming out when I was young.
What was that? What was
Same
that?
for me.
Well, I feel like we've got off subject here. But what was that like? Did you have to actually go in
Well,
the
it's
shop?
waffling podcast on my one.
Yeah. Did you have to go in the shop and actually just get a magazine? Because I vaguely remember doing that.
I never bought one.
You-
Always there was one of your mates would have like a collection somehow.
Yeah.
Like they were probably dodgy.
Or someone's
in
dad-
hindsight.
someone's dad would have it.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a Cheryl Cole poster, which was really, yeah. Then that was
Fight
probably,
for this cum.
oh, We're gonna fight. Yeah, that was like a period of time when sometimes when you try and like mix it up a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately, it was like the 2014 Advent calendar. Fucking hell! No,
So were you like putting on a performance? She was like sending you to judges' houses.
No, I just literally skipped between January to December when I was like 13, 14. And it was.
Oh,
a good
I
time.
had.
That's
what's
really,
it
really bad,
called?
Amish.
So
Yeah.
I obviously like the internet was still new, but my brother had Nuts and FHM magazines.
Yeah.
And he'd
Okay.
hide them at the top of his wardrobe. I've never told him this before. So I'd always get like a little chair or stool, stand up, grab them, take them out, have my fun, put them back as if nothing happened.
Yeah. Did any of you? Is it everyone? This is probably actually more applied to you because I feel like it's more of a like 80s, 90s into 2000s thing. Did you ever have pictures of women on your wall growing up?
Yeah, I had a
My
picture
mum
of-
wouldn't let me.
I had Pamela Anderson on my wall. She was at Baywatch Peak, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
bought that in
shows.
Camden Market.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember it really clearly.
Anything else, or was it just her? On the wall?
Her and the Blackburn Rovers team, 94-95 title winners.
Did that ever get off, Mo?
Did that ever get? Oh, Blackburn, great season.
We
this
won the
year.
league, mate.
Yeah, either of you?
There was this girl. What was it? I want to say her name was Holly Pierce. Holly Pierce. She was like one of the Nuts models. I think that's what her name was.
Not quite Blackburn Rovers though, is it?
And then I had her next to the Liverpool like 08-09 team.
This is bisexuality at its peak. That's how you discovered, right? It's
Yeah.
where you're just like, oh, you really like Jersey Dudek.
Oh no, it was Pepe Reina.
Just
More.
love the legs.
Pepe Reina.
yeah.
Pepe Reina is the whole reason I supported Liverpool. 'Cause
Really?
I liked. I told you I liked the goalkeeper kit. So
yeah.
at Christmas I didn't ask for the Liverpool kit. I asked for the Pepe Reina kit, and I got the Pepe Reina kit.
Were
That's how
you
it
one of
started.
them kids that would walk around in the keeper kit, not the actual kit?
To be fair, I had a few of
I had
those.
a Liverpool kit with bucking on the back. Goalkeeper kit.
Oh, that's quite interesting.
Did you start off as a keeper?
I was a keeper. Yeah. I was a keeper, but I had too many anger issues. So
No, that's the best type of keeper.
I'd be in goals
God.
first half,
Yeah.
and then my team were awful. Like I think we won like 2 games in the whole season, because we had like an A team, a B team, and a mixed team. I was in the mixed team, so it was good and bad.
What's a
people.
mixed team?
So
Like
really good players and just really bad players, like just mixed.
I mean, like mixed races and stuff. Like, you know, Scotland.
No, there's
It's not this
Half
fucking
time Scotland.
I don't think there was any non-white people on my team. That's Scotland for you. And then I just remember, like, I'd have so many anger issues. Like, they could score from the halfway line, and I'd be like, "Where's the defence?" And then they'd have to put me outfield for the second half, so I could get like my anger out.
Start kicking people.
I had severe anger issues as a kid,
Well,
really bad.
Changing the subject a little bit, I've got a bit of a section of this podcast which I want to, like a little bit of a section where I tell you the title of one of your videos and you just explain the story behind it.
Okay.
So first on the list we have, and just make sure I get this right, I will fart in your grandmother's eyes.
I can't even remember what it was that triggered me on that one. I mean, I was threatening. Someone had annoyed me. It might have been they were sending stuff to my house, or I can't remember what it was that had annoyed me. I was just putting a threat out there. The thing with my videos like those ones, that's me getting my anger out. Like afterwards, it's kind of gone. That's how I think of them. It's almost like a little therapy session. Like get all the anger out, and then it's like I've offloaded it. I walk away.
So
and
it's
I
a bit
feel
like when
better.
you nut. It's kind of like you nut and then it's like, oh, I'm ready for the actual day now.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Something
well, fair enough. The next one is, I've only got 3, by the way. Getting revenge on my sket sister.
Well, that could be multiple ones. That could be multiple. I mean, my sister's a massive slot.
How many siblings do you have?
So I've got 2 sisters, 2 like whole real sisters, and then I've got a couple of other like half siblings as well.
How much of a sket are we talking here, by the way? I'm just intrigued.
Massive.
I'm the only
More-
single one here. so I'm
Makes
just-
sense
I
why I
always
stay
say
away from the hub.
more
Why are you doing
helmets than
steps, sis?
Hitler.
So say that again.
More helmets than Hitler. She
Right.
Said, so.
So, let's say she's looking for a new chamber or something. No, nothing. More helmets than Hitler. That's mental. Okay, yeah. So is she on the market?
No.
No, not on the market.
Charlie's looking for.
Yeah. Just wait. I'm just out
But
here.
yeah,
living
when
my
she's
best
back
life.
on, I'm sure you got a chance.
No, but how much of a scare are we talking? Because if she isn't on
Why
the
are you
market,
trying to gas
then-
her up? Sorry.
Oh God, no, Cam, we behave around here. We behave around here. You see Callum's face was like slightly disappointed, but not surprised. Okay, no, I am joking, but yeah. So she's a massive scat. More
Massive
helmets than
scat.
Hitler.
More helmets than Hitler.
What is this childhood trauma, or is it?
Yeah, she's always just been dead annoying. Just really annoying.
Is it just
Are you
annoying?
the-
Just like
Kind of
loves Willy?
jealous. Like now I don't. She doesn't like the YouTube. She's a little bit jealous of it all. But back in school, she was always like sleeping with my mates and stuff.
Oh.
Is she older or younger?
A little bit younger.
Are you
okay.
older sibling?
I am, yeah.
So when you say
okay.
like back in the day she'd be sleeping with your mates, is it now that she'd be sleeping with your audience?
Probably would do. She probably would do.
Man, that's a bit crazy.
She'd probably so like when obviously he's getting the pizzas and the toasters delivered, she'd probably just invite the person in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you know what? I feel like
them.
you don't have any
Just-
cash,
just
but
take
I'll
over-
give you
take-
favours for the
exactly.
pizza.
Money.
Exactly.
I don't have any money I can't pay.
But I can
Just-
pay in other ways, kind of thing.
She's quite aggressively vegan as well, which winds me
Again,
up.
Oh.
One of, like it's like it's like Jehovah's Witnesses. Like you do your thing, but don't knock on me door and
Yeah,
do it.
yeah,
It's that kind of thing.
I hear
exactly
that, I
that.
hear
Does she like try and shove it down your throat?
All the time.
And then
all
you
the
shove it
time.
down.
Oh, you
her
mean
throat,
you-
or-
right, well,
sorry.
You mean, I remember one time is when we actually met. I was like, "Oh, you've been doing much today," and you're like, "Oh, I'm going to release my vegan diss track."
Yeah, I
They
did.
made a diss track on vegans.
I did.
How was that?
How does it go again?
It was a parody of Englishman in New York, actually.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm an alpha male. Yeah, it was good. I like that one.
Are you an alpha male?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have
are
you ever
major
tried
alpha male.
veganism
Love
or vegetarian?
I tried it for a vlog once and then messed up all the footage and never uploaded it.
that. Is that because of veganism?
Um,
Like did the veganism like corrupt the footage?
no,
Okay,
no, it wasn't.
It wasn't. Okay.
It upset my stomach quite a lot, actually.
I remember one challenge you did where I always thought, how the fuck did he survive that? Was the I survived on peas for a week.
Yeah, that one was hard. That one was
Did you
really
complete
hard.
that?
I did complete that, yeah.
One whole week. You didn't even cheat off camera.
Didn't cheat off camera. I had a really low point where I like all the way through it, I'd been like saving a pea fritter as like my go-to like kind of saviour meal. Like I'd been eating peas, just crap peas, mushy peas. And then I got to the chip shop, the one that did a free pea fritter, and it had closed down. And that was devastating that moment.
So when you went to the toilet, like you squat over, would it just be like Robert droppings?
Yeah, it literally was like green.
Was your shit
poo.
green? Oh,
Yeah.
it was green. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Like the Hulk.
That's the second hardest challenge I've
Right,
done.
That's one of the most
Wait,
disgusting things.
What's the hardest?
The 72 hours without sleep.
Oh, I can imagine that's difficult.
That one I wish I'd never done, actually. That like physically affected me afterwards. And
I'm not
stuff.
surprised.
Really? So
Really
what was the sleep like
severe.
after it?
Horrible. Like I thought I'd just be so tired I'd drop off to sleep, but actually I kept like kind of nearly dropping off and then like thinking,
Like
oh, I'm having a
twitching,
heart attack or something. Like I felt like if I did go to sleep, I was going to die almost. It messes with your head that long awake.
Have you ever read into the Russian sleep experiment?
Yeah.
That's
Wait, what?
interesting.
Have we talked about?
I've not read into it in for years, but what's it? Isn't they got patients to just not sleep?
Yeah, they were injecting them with the stuff, and by
Yes.
like 5 days in, they like didn't want to sleep. They joined this whole other world kind of thing.
Whoa.
Is that an inspiration for the video?
No, there's a few videos about it
It's
on
scary.
YouTube. It's
Drives
really
drives
dark.
them mental, like really dark.
They,
How
like,
mental are we talking? Like
eating
absolutely
themselves,
loopy.
like eating parts of their
fucking
bodies
hell.
and
Oh.
mutilating themselves.
Ooh.
Would I be correct saying that they're in the dark as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, out of us four, let's do a little quick tier list. Who would last the longest on no sleep? Start from.
So you sleep
You
for 16
wouldn't.
hours?
You wouldn't. You sleep too much.
No, but when I'm awake, I'm awake.
so
I reckon I could stay awake longer
When you're
than all
awake,
of you.
you're awake.
No, when I'm awake, I'm awake. Like for me, when I wake up in the morning, I can literally stay awake for so long. But when I go to sleep, I find it hard to wake back up again. You get what I mean? I could wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning
I
and
feel
go
me
to
and
bed.
you're
like,
definitely the last people to go to sleep normally.
Yeah.
But when we're drinking, I'm always the first. I get so tired when I'm
Yeah,
drunk.
yeah.
So tired.
I when I drink anyway, regardless, I'll stay awake for quite a while. Anyway. Regardless, just quick tier list. Who's conking out first?
I think you're first.
You think I conk out first?
Yeah.
I know I could stay awake longer than both of you.
You have naps every day.
I have naps before I actually have work to do because I can't work
No,
tired.
you can't convince me that you'd be in the
All right, let's do a video then. I'll challenge you. I know I
never
can stay
have
awake longer
naps.
than both of you.
I never have naps.
I know for
ever.
a fact I
Well,
can
this,
stay awake
this
longer
tier
than
list
both of
isn't
you.
going to be complete.
All right, rate us.
Rate us.
Yeah, rate us.
Oh,
Tier
look,
list.
so-
You can tier list us quickly.
You probably
Off
took
the
the tell.
dome.
Like, let's give him some factors. You built a tell by like eyes. Like,
All right,
this
cool.
badge
Everyone,
under the eyes.
everyone, look at him. Yeah, look at our facial structure and everything about us. Then just quickly off the dome, tier list us. Who's falling asleep first, and then go second, then last.
I think Cam's going first.
Unlucky, mate.
Oh.
Bitch.
I think you're going second.
Fair enough.
I think Lewis is going third.
I'll take silver as long as Cam can get fucked. That's fine. Yep. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this in the next few weeks.
You're all right.
No,
You're all right.
Did you know
Oh,
Cam,
you
Cam
can't hack
told
it.
me when we used to live together that he used to have an all-nighter every Wednesday because he'd been doing it for years?
Yeah.
That's strange, but fair enough.
Every Wednesday.
just you have a little session. You win, by the way, Tier.
Thank
so
you.
Did you manage to complete the 72?
I did.
There you do win, because I think the most I ever managed to get to was about 48 something.
Yeah,
but-
that's the most I'd done before the challenge.
yeah.
Well, I've got one last title which I want to hear the reasoning behind it. It probably is my favourite one on the list. That's why I've left it till last. Deeply disrespectful defecation fuels river of righteous rage.
Oh, what one was that? I'm really struggling to remember what video with deeply disrespectful defecation. I think that might have been the time when I was about to have a bath and my mum stuck in and had a dump just before I was about to have a bath and just stomped the place out with this almost thick fog.
She hadn't been eating
revolting.
peas all
Thick
week,
fog
had
of
she?
She hadn't been eating peas, no. but
just okay.
Okay.
Just the topic of poo really amuses us,
I
apparently.
just find it funny that title just.
It's a bit of a strange title, isn't it?
Just because your mum came and have a shit. It's a big like, to be fair, like, I thought it was going to be something like, when you mentioned bath, like, maybe your mum had jumped in the bath before you, like, you'd run the bath with candles, like Yankee candles, and she jumped in. But no, it's because she shit in the toilet.
she shit in the toilet. and
Your mum
stomped the
shat in the
place out.
toilet.
Yeah.
That managed to make itself to the internet.
Sorry?
That managed to make it to the internet. Not
Yeah.
not a video of your mum shitting on the.
No, that's
the,
not.
the concept of her.
The
shitting
concept,
on the
yeah.
toilet.
I mean, it's all
Right.
sorts. It's kind of just whatever's going on in my life.
What did
so.
she have to say about it?
She doesn't watch my videos.
Poggers.
She's got no idea.
I've noticed that you're the only one not drinking alcohol. Is that something you don't do often? Do you drink a lot, or
Occasionally, yeah, I
or do
do.
you prefer the Class A's?
I have a few beers and stuff, like when I'm streaming and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I'm drinking apple juice. What do you mean?
Doesn't do anything
Oh, my
unless
nice
it's with
antisocial
sharing.
mug.
Nothing.
No.
Well, I've got one last thing I want to ask. I don't know about you, but it's about the True Geordie on the kickoff with True
Oh, yeah.
Geordie. A very famous moment. I don't know if anyone's seen it. Brian was asking. Oh wait, I think it was actually Lauren asked if you slept alone.
Yeah.
I think it was, and you said you did, and then you said it was a bit of a dry patch.
Yeah.
Basically, I just want to think. I think it was 2 years ago now in Brian's old place. Is that improved for you?
Yeah, I've had a fair bit of boom boom recently, actually. It's
Oh
been
my God.
decent.
Are you okay?
Boom boom.
Make it PG family friendly for you.
Family friendly, thank you. I've seen a few of your videos where you said, I'm trying to think of the exact title, but it was something like, the drought is over, boom boom happened or something.
Yeah.
You've had
probably.
quite a few of them happen.
Yeah, I've had a couple of girlfriends over the last year and a half.
Girlfriends,
and-
girlfriends.
Well, two.
Are you
Two.
polyamorous?
No.
No.
No, I mean, there's some big
monogamous.
gaps in between.
Would you
Okay.
would you rule out polyamorous, or is that something you'd consider?
No, I don't think so.
Why not? Not a top shagger.
You don't think
Nah,
you could
it's just
have?
too complicated
Yeah,
for me.
I think of
fair
what,
enough.
like, even for, what the fuck if you have two girlfriends that are actual girlfriends?
Oh, that'd be quite fun.
You think? Do you not think most of your
I
time?
mean, if you're on the same wavelength as both.
Imagine
why
if
not?
they started cycling at the same time and you've got double, triple
I used to-
DMT,
I
like
used to
that.
cycling, man. I thought you actually meant like getting on a bike, but no,
like,
you mean
when,
menstrual
like, when
periods.
women are
Yeah.
together, the sync up, the cycle period.
Mm.
Oh no, yeah, you got to
Yeah.
keep in separate rooms.
Be a nightmare.
One in the
It's
kitchen.
still the same if they live
No, one in the
together.
kitchen, one
If
in
they
the
live together,
bedroom,
that's the same.
and then they swap.
I used to
No,
speak to
no,
I used to
they
speak
can't
to a
talk
girl
each
that
other.
was into polyamorous stuff, and she, if we ever like progress, she wanted to do polyamorous stuff.
Intriguing.
What about with
But I wasn't looking.
is it with YouTube stuff? Is it a lot of like women came from that, or was it?
No, none from that.
Is it dating apps?
You've seen my videos. They're not the kind of videos that are going to be, oh, yeah, I'll have
Let's
a
go
bit
on
of
a
that,
date with
aren't
him.
I?
Is it dating apps or is it just,
No,
via
just real
mutual
life,
friends?
really. Yeah, friends of friends and stuff. People have met.
You just approach people in the street and just be like, "You like the look of this?"
Not
Yeah.
Maybe not to that extent.
Do you offer them
no.
Tic Tac? They call me the Tic Tac man.
No, I keep
Right.
the YouTube stuff away from that, really. I
Fair
don't.
enough.
No, I think that's the best way to be though. Like
100%.
if you can, you don't want the worst thing. At least for me, would be if someone was getting with you because of YouTube.
Yeah, that'd be a
Should have seen
nightmare.
Cam's Tinder bio. Had a YouTuber in it.
It is fuck. It's
Full time YouTuber.
Why would I have
Appeared
YouTube
twice
on-
on the kickoff.
Yeah, okay, great. 2 times kickoff appearances. No, I think we've discussed this before though.
No, I wouldn't. If they knew of me, I wouldn't mind. But if
Yeah.
they knew me fully to the extent, like they knew me very well, I couldn't.
Like
I could probably do stuff, but I couldn't like be in a relationship.
Like if I was on a first date and then like she went, "Oh, it's Cam Kirkham, baby," I'd be like, "Mate, is that the exit?" I'll
yeah.
just.
Well, as
see
if it was
myself
someone who
out.
was like, "Oh, I kind of know who you are," I'd be like, "Oh, okay." But if it was someone who like fully knew me to the point where they knew like everything about me, I'd feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. Do you have any issues with that? With people knowing who you are, who you're trying to get with, that kind of thing?
No, not really.
No. Oh, well, that's kind of fair. Game would be fair. Like if no one knew who you were, then that would be much better, wouldn't it? You not think?
Yeah, of course. Because then they like you for who you are.
Okay.
YouTube audience tends to be a bit younger than my kind of like target range of women, to be honest with you.
What is your audience like? Do you know the demographic of your audience?
No, I don't. I assume that they're kind of 15 to 21, I would say.
Do you know what the
Male,
age is?
maybe.
I mean, not the age. The genders are all 90%, 99% male.
Yeah, it's a massive sausage fest. Massive sausage fest. Very
lots
few
of
women.
confidence.
Yours is the same, isn't it?
Yeah,
What
mine's
is it?
96% male.
No way, it's 96.
Something like
Is
that.
it
Really?
But
Even
yeah.
on Instagram as well. My
don't know
demographics got
Instagram.
so much more female orientated
Mine's
over
is-
the last few
mine's is
months.
exactly
Yours was
one.
always a lot
Mine's
female.
mine's is Instagram and YouTube. It's 70% female.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've got
Really?
On both, 70% female.
That surprises me.
you've got to think.
Because the kind of content you make's like commentary style, isn't it? I
Yeah.
thought that would have
Yeah.
appealed to lads more. Like,
No, it's literally 70% female on Instagram and on YouTube, which is interesting.
You've got to think with yours is the people that like, not saying all of them, but the people like Alex is a lot female, and you've got a lot of your audience from Alex. So with me, it's like Brian,
Got a
Will.
lot of it.
Yeah, but that's what for me. Like I had like when I had like 3K subs or something, it was very even or something. Then I did a few videos with Ethan. I sent for Ethan on his YouTube channel, and then that became more male orientation because of what it was. And then when I did my video, the Say It or Shot It, and then that just blew up. That gave me like 40K subs, and then my demographic went from say like 65 male to 35 female to then like 90% male. And then over the last month or so, the demographic's gone way more, as in like probably about 40 female now.
71% female.
Yeah, but I'm sitting about 40% female now.
Mm.
As in, it's great. It's same for Instagram as well, because obviously the more stuff you do with Sidemen stuff, a lot of it is like a big bulk is male orientation.
It's really interesting because, like, for example, female viewers are the most like spoken, as in like females are the ones that comment the most on your social.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can think that your audience is female from the outside, but
That's
it
what
can
I
be male.
did think, and then
Like,
I realized a lot of it was men.
like let's say I got 100 comments on an Instagram post, 95 of them would be female,
Mhm.
even though that's not my exact demographic, just
Mhm.
because they're more inclined to do so.
Yeah, I think females are a lot nicer as well.
Yes.
But you never really like with all my comments. It's always just like
Nasty.
No, mine
it's
insult
trying
me
to take
like.
the piss out of you. Whereas
yeah,
yours are
yeah.
like, oh, great video, Charlie. Really love your content.
Thanks, guys.
Whereas mine's never.
No, you have got the most brutal out of the three of us.
Yeah.
What's yours like in general? Like,
my comments.
yeah, your comment section.
Oh, yeah, horrifying. I don't really look at it.
I can imagine yours are brutal.
Yeah,
But everyone on yours, I can imagine, is trying to get likes in the comments.
yeah, probably.
Because I can't imagine it's like actually. Well, I can imagine sometimes it'll be like little comment to the video, but I can imagine a lot of people are trying to like meme it a little bit,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that kind of thing. You know?
Do you have regrets about like the type of style of stuff? Because that's obviously when you start to go down a certain style of videos, it kind of breeds a certain demographic of audience. Like we've had this conversation before. The kind of stuff that I do and stuff. All three of us do very different styles of things. But
Sure.
then the kind of stuff which Cam did and still does to some degree, kind of your audience would be like more on the like the banter side between like what you have. I'd say probably less so now, but more of what you were back before. As in like you have a lot of people who comment on your stuff trying to like rip it kind of thing. You
Yeah,
know?
it's off the
Whereas it's
craze.
not really like yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But do you feel like from your kind of content, that's the kind of stuff that you kind of
Yeah, I mean,
attract-
definitely it's attracted, those kind of comments, but I wouldn't change it. I
Yeah,
wouldn't change it. I
of
wouldn't be
course.
able to do it any other way, I don't think.
Well, just to round it off,
Yeah.
one of the final questions is where are you looking to go with your content now? Because you mentioned, I don't know if you want to speak about this, but you mentioned about you getting pieces for like a raft and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'll always make the videos that I make because they're like a nice release for me, like the shorter ones and stuff, how I'm feeling. But yeah, I do want to do some longer vlogs. I did one a while back where I found a £7 hotel and stayed there, and that was one
Yeah.
of my favourite videos. So
Is that your favorite kind of style where you like push yourself out your comfort zone? and things?
yeah, where I go and do something and there's put effort into
Yeah,
it. and-
experimental stuff's good because you can look back on that and be like, oh, that's cool. Like, let me watch. Like, for example, my content, I won't want to like look back and be like, oh, I want to watch that video where I reacted to TikToks 8 months ago. But if it was like a really good video that I was like, oh, I did something cool and that I'd want to go back and watch it. So I get what you mean. Anything that's like I don't want to say monumental, but just something that's different. It's like cool to look back on.
Yeah, it's something to add to what I'm already doing in the way I'm thinking about it. I keep doing my normal videos and then once a month or so upload something that I've really put effort in, experimented with. Like you say, the raft video, I'm trying to make a raft across the
I think that would be
Solent.
really interesting.
Yeah, for people that
What are
don't
you trying
know,
to cross?
Yeah.
Trying to cross the Solent on a raft that I've made of rubbish that I found on the beach.
Are you going to die on this, by the way? Like, is there a
There's
potential
going to
that
be
you
a
could...
accompanying boat coming along.
Okay, so that
and
you will
helping
not
me.
die.
Yeah, I hope not.
I hope not too. I feel like it's been really nice to get to know you, to be honest. I don't really want you to die like at sea.
I really want to be on like the shoot for that video. I really want to like film that video for
Yeah,
you.
You know what, I want to do some. I want to rip off some Top Gear challenges as well. Save
okay,
the
like-
money so we can buy like £500 budget, cheapest car. How far can you go?
that's a really good
You-
idea.
You mentioned that in the Drew Sharon video,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah.
About was it like £1,000? Was
Yeah,
it? That
yeah.
kind of thing. But obviously that would need to be branded, wouldn't it?
I think it would. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure that's such a good idea. Like Adrian Flux,
Adrian Flux, travel.
for
Yeah,
a brand,
great.
cars, two
Yeah,
cars,
Two
Like,
cars, why not? Yeah, they sponsor this podcast. They sponsor this. Hello, Adrian.
Adrian's dead, Charlie.
Yeah, he's dead, but his company's very much so alive and really well kicking. So I just want to say, in regards to that kind of content, what are you thinking? Like time scale? When are you looking to start it?
I'm just kind of waiting for this weirdness to die down a little bit so
For
we
sure.
can get out there and film again. Like, it feels like we're in stasis at the moment with that kind of stuff.
So, have you seen that video of that woman crossing all kinds of seas? I can't remember. It was quite a few years ago, and she used to have like mental breakdowns when she was going across the seas.
yeah, I think I know who you mean. Yeah, I think I have done.
Is that going to be the kind of style you're going for, like, or are you going to be all right?
I think it's going to be probably more like one of the Top Gear challenges gone wrong. I don't know if it will succeed. It's quite a short sea, the Solent. I think it will be more kind of dangerous to my life and perilous and media and kind of.
Is it going to be a solo man mission, or are you going to get people involved?
I'm going to get a couple of people involved.
Anyone in mind?
There's a boat engineer who lives by me who's helping me with it.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of kind of sense behind it.
Yeah.
And then, a couple of YouTubers I know to help film it, hopefully.
Any spoilers, or is that going to be
I
right
don't
under
know,
wraps?
ask them, yeah.
You got to ask them.
Ask the
Right,
favours,
fair
yeah.
I feel like this is probably a good way to round it up on this topic. Like, it sounds like a really great project. If you guys haven't been subscribed to Callum's Corner before this, please head down to the link in the description below. Also, Adrian Flux in the link in the description below. Please do check them out. They are kind sponsors of our podcast. Just want to say thank you very much for watching this podcast. If you would like to head over to Spotify or any other platforms, we do advice, which is what Callum's going to kindly be offering nice advice to some of our audience who are going to be looking for that. Anyone else want to round anything off just for a second?
Yeah, so if you want to go back to Spotify right now, there'll be about 15, 20 minutes on there. So we all want a Range Rover, including Callum now.
Yeah, Callum
we
now
want to
wants a
buy
Range
Callum
Rover.
a Range Rover. So if you don't go over to Spotify, that means you don't want Callum to have a Range Rover.
Charlie can't even drive, but he wants a Range
Yeah.
Rover.
I can't drive, but I'd love a Range Rover. You know,
Why not?
Why not? Yeah. So thank you very much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, and see you in the next one.
Lots of love. Thank you very much, Callum, for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It's been a
worries,
pleasure.
mate. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.